We're talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Brendan, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
We won a game 2 days ago. We won a game yesterday. We won a game today. It's called a winning streak. It's been done before. You know what movie that's from? Let me know. But what's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds post-game show. And the Phillies are finally back, dude. I've missed this team being absolutely dominant. They won 2 straight against the Dodgers. They won that series and got the season series over the Dodgers. We didn't do a post-game show yesterday because it was just so late, but they came in to Arizona and they won the game tonight, looked absolutely dominant, looked back to basically the way that they were at the beginning of the season. And this is the first time they've won a series opener in 7 series. So definitely what you want to see out of this team. But got some people along with me tonight, James and Dalton joining me. Late show, but appreciate you both coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back. Like me and Fratty were just saying before the show, thank God that Saturday will be a little bit earlier of a game because it has been such a long stretch, and just want to thank everybody as well for the patience and everything. Just because I know Shard has been holding down the fort and doing a fantastic job with it as we made our West Coast trip. But aware baseball, that was what I saw tonight. It was nice to see some situational aware baseball. They looked awake out there.
It's about time, and we're gonna get into all this in a few minutes. They seem like they're starting to finally get it back together, and it's not one guy every night that's stepping up to the plate like it has been. It seems like it's a team effort lately. But going into the first topic, the first thing we're going to talk about, Kolby Allard, dude, he's been an absolute dog on the mound lately. I kind of was not expecting as dominant of an outing that he had tonight. I was kind of expecting him to at least let up 2 or more runs. But he just looked exactly what you needed from a guy that got called up from AAA. Went 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, but with those 6 hits, only 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, ERA of a 3.46. And he made the Diamondbacks ground into 3 or 4 double plays. So definitely helped his case there. Absolutely dominant. I know Taijuan Walker is in a rehab assignment right now. I think he's scheduled to come back Monday of next week. I know his rehab assignment has been canceled a couple times due to rain or just he's been scratched. I think the baseball gods are trying to tell us something there where they just don't want him back. I personally don't want him back. I think Phillips and Allard are really, really good in holding down the fort. I know Turnbull's injury has been kind of on the down low. I think they said he's going to come back end of August, beginning of September. It's been a while since he's pitched, so I don't know how well he's really going to do coming back into the swing of things. I'm sure he'll have to go through a lengthy rehab assignment. But yeah, I think what we have right now is working. And Ranger threw a bullpen today as well. He threw 35 pitches. Rob said it went extremely well. So definitely waiting for him to come back as well. I've said this in previous shows, I still think that the Phillies should have gotten another starting pitcher, somebody that's reliable. just with all the injuries, I mean, you have Ranger out, you had Wheeler out for a while, you have Walker out, and you have Turnbull out. It's 3 of your starting pitchers out. I still think you probably should have gotten a starting pitcher, but knowing what the market was going for, I mean, you look at the Padres picking up Tanner Scott from the Marlins. I mean, they gave up almost 4 prospects for him. So I don't think Dave wanted to do that. I know Dave really looks highly and speaks highly of the prospects we have, and I don't want to go back to how our prospect farm was years ago, where we really just didn't have anybody. But yeah. What did you guys think of Allard tonight?
I think he's a great young pitcher. He's really fitting in to the Phillies youth movement, and I've talked about it. I've talked about youth movements before, outside of Phillies related, but I talked about youth movements before, and I'll tell you, Tyler Phillips, besides that one start, he's looked real great, but Kolby Allard has looked pretty, I'd say very good. We have a great minor league system down there, a farm system, and I really think the GM has really done a great job, and the Phillies organization has really done a great job drafting solid pitchers over the years. And Cody Allard makes the way he's pitched, he'll giving you 5 innings. It makes me not want us to put Taiwan Walker back in the rotation so bad. But like I mentioned to Dalton, I think I said it last night in the podcast. I said that 5th starting spot's going to be the version of the Eagles quarterback factory, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that 5th spot. Might be pitcher by committee, just because Allard's not really going deeper than the 4th or 5th inning. They're kind of making him look like a partial starter, but it all remains to be seen. But right now I like that the way Cody Allard is pitching, and we'll see if they keep him in the rotation or not, because we don't know by the end, but within the next couple of weeks, we don't know if Taiwan Walker if they're going to actually by this Sunday, if they're going to slip Walker back into that 5th spot, and I know Rangers coming back soon too. So there's a lot up in the air with the Phillies rotation, but that's just my take on that. It all remains to be seen. I'm really not sure who's going to take that 5th spot back, but it's very good situation the Phillies put themselves in, but hard at the same time.
That's a good way to sum it up. It's like a good problem to have. My only thing, and you guys pretty much took all the words out of my mouth, was that for the Phillies, like, if they're confident in what they have, I feel confident in them. Like, I feel like they should know now, being close to that mountaintop 2 years in a row, what they need to finally get the job done. So if they're confident in what they have, I'm confident in them. And I hope I don't regret saying that looking back on this, later in the year, come December, later November, so on and so forth. Are you muted, Shard?
Of course I'm muted. Why
I thought it was my Wi-Fi because freaking Debbie over here is terrorizing Bear, Delaware.
No, I muted to give you respect because I didn't want anything in the background because I had the post game on. But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think what they have going is just really great. With a few exceptions. I mean, they called up Mercado. He wasn't the best, but Phillips is working. His story's great. Allard, they called him up. It's working. Keep him up here. So, yeah. But going into the next topic, the one thing that I want to talk about, because he was way, way overdue. My goodness, this man has not had a home run since May, dude. Before he went on the IL, he has not had. I believe they said May 19th, 15th, something like that, something in the teens, but almost 3 months without a home run, dude. JT Realmuto looked absolutely dominant on the mound, or not on the mound, on the box today. Realmuto hit a home run, hit a double. Looking at his stat line, he went 2 for 5, had 1 RBI. Everybody hit today except for except for Marsh and Rojas. Rojas went 0 for 4. Marsh went 0 for 1, but Marsh was a pinch hit, so I don't really count that, honestly. But like Rojas, dude, I don't understand why in the early innings. Sorry, it's late. I'm stumbling over my words, but you had runners on first and second with 2 outs. I don't understand why you try to bunt with 2 outs. I would understand it more if you have no outs or you have 1 out and you're trying to advance that runner from second to third, so that way you can use the second and third out to score that run. But like, why? It was a decent bunt, don't get me wrong, and it would have probably worked again if you did not have 2 outs. But I just like stupid things that this team does irritates me. Like Kyle Schwarber got caught running there, didn't get a good read. Just like small stupid things. And those are the negatives. But on the positive side, I'm really happy to see JT heating up. If he can continue to heat up, it's exactly what this team needs to kind of put that needle over in the middle for this team, because they need a guy in the bottom of the lineup that's going to be able to hit and drive in runs.
They do. And his presence, being missed was certainly noticed. JT Realmuto is not just a good baseball player. He's been a glue guy in that locker room too. And when you lose somebody that's that important, that monumental to your roster, it's obviously going to make a difference. So I'm very happy to see JT. Hitting a home run would make anybody feel confident. You know what I mean? So it's going to definitely be a little morale boost. And I will go out saying this hot take. Maybe we will see another JT home run here sometime in the next 5 games. And maybe he'll make us proud. I know that may not, be popular with a lot of people just because the drought, the injury, all of that. But I think that this could be, kickstarting the heart, for lack of a better term. And maybe JT is going to start to go on a little streak here. Nothing crazy like Schwarber, but something better. What were you saying Friday? Sorry.
No, I was saying, I think, what's the name? I think JT, this is just a step. This is going to be what you call the stepping stone. Like tonight, like I said in one of the Philadelphia sports group, he was going to go deep tonight. I knew it. I just knew it was going to happen. And he went deep tonight. And I noticed ever since we benched Garrett Stubbs, the Phillies have went undefeated. And I really think that you got to just keep playing JT every day for the rest of the week, instead of putting Garrett Stubbs in there. Build up JT's confidence. Now I don't know if the Phillies will end up resting him for the Saturday night game, for either tomorrow or Saturday, just because he's played 3 days in a row and it's a long road trip. But I could see us resting him. I could see Garrett Stubbs playing possibly Saturday, just because JT might need a rest, because it is a long road trip. And think about it, we have off Monday coming up. So I could see JT playing the last game of the series and tomorrow night. But I could see us resting JT on Saturday. I'm just saying because it's a lot of days in a row for him to be playing. And think about it, I know we have off Monday, but I mean, think about it, we have 6 games in a row at home against the division teams coming up too. But I could see us possibly resting him Saturday. But although I would not be mad if if he says he's okay with playing and the management says he's okay with playing, I wouldn't be mad if he doesn't get a day off at all the rest of the week, because we're off Monday anyway. So I just think it's really really crucial that you just keep playing him. But knowing the Phillies, I know he like every week he gets at least 1 to 2 days off. It seems like so. Um, yeah, that's another development that will happen the rest of the series. But like I mentioned, I really don't like Garrett Stubbs. Stubbs as the backup. I hope Raphael helps out and brings that power to when JT has rest. So yeah, but right now we're okay. We can call up Raphael on September 1st. I mean, we're okay now. We're starting to win again. So that's all that matters. So yeah.
Muted again, Shard.
Dude, I'm I'm so
It's
tired.
1 a.m, guys. I mean, we're doing this stuff at 1 a.m, so you can't blame the man, like I said.
No, but I mean I definitely agree. I think Marshawn would be a good call up going into the postseason. I think he would be that guy that can come off the bench and give you that power that you need to kind of drive you in the postseason. But going into the next topic, the next thing we're going to talk about Orion Kerkering. He's been kind of iffy lately, and I mean he looked a little bit iffy in his start tonight. I believe he let up a single and then a walk. And then after that, JT went out to the mound to talk to him. And he got 2 back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. But he did let up his first career home run. He hasn't let up, which is really surprising since he's been called up. I believe he got called up right before the postseason last year. So taking that into account, I mean, he's pitched by now, I want to say almost a full season. If you take those games last year and what we have so far this year, I believe he's pitched about 40 something innings without letting up a home run. So it was bound to happen. He only let up one run, but still let up his first, and sad to see it happen. I wish he could have kept that streak going. So, but Dole, I know you got to hop off because of work, so appreciate you hopping on. And
Go Birds.
And I'm not even going to try to talk about Kerkering because I'll just make myself look like an idiot. When it comes to pitching, guys, I'm not your guy. Here and there are a couple guys I can resonate with. But yeah, Kerkering, I haven't even really paid attention to him all year. But hey, want to thank you guys, both y'all, for real. If you guys, please drop a like, please drop a subscription. All the little stuff like that really adds up and helps.
I think he lagged out. So, but what did you think about Orion, James?
I think tonight. I think for the most part, I heard an interesting stat that Kerkering, he overall that was the first. I heard that was the first time ever that he's allowed a home run in the regular season as a Phillies starter, and he's been up for like a year, almost a year now, about a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's basically what I just said is that I mean he's been up here since, like I said, right before the postseason last year. Hasn't let up a home run till now. So definitely sad to see that stat go, but it's not the end of the world. Going to keep this train going. I know it's kind of late. Going into the next topic, the Phillies right now have the best record in the NL against teams above 500, believe it or not. I know everybody likes to harp on us for that and, harp on us. Oh, you haven't beat anybody above 500, but looking at best records versus plus 500 teams this season, I have the stat right here on my phone. I took a picture of it on the TV. In the entire MLB, it's us, the Orioles, and the Yankees. Yankees have a win-loss of 48-33. Orioles have a win-loss of 39-27. Those are both AL teams. But speaking of the NL, Phillies, they're 36-26 against teams above 500. And, the reason that a lot of teams aren't 500, especially in the beginning of the season, and even now when the Phillies face them, a lot of these teams are sitting right at 500, and when they play the Phillies knock them down below 500. So for all the haters using that statistic of, oh, you haven't beat anybody good, oh, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, look at the stats. The stats don't lie. I know we've kind of faltered here the last couple series. We've kind of taken a step back and lost some, but in the grand scheme of things, the Phillies are still dominant. Took back our spot as best in the MLB, still top of the NL. Braves, they just got swept by the by the Brewers, whereas the Phillies, when we played them, we swept the Brewers. So, Braves just fell out of a wild card spot today too. The Mets overtook them. Mets are second in the division. They are 8 games behind us. Mets are 8.5. So the Braves losing these past couple games have kind of given us a boost. Even though we kind of lost some games, we went into July right at the All-Star break, 8.5 games up, and we're going into August. No ground really lost. So that's, great to see.
Yeah, I'll say that because feel like us getting away from the American League teams is a good thing, and besides, we play so much better against the National League for some reason. And one good thing about that is we don't have to face the American League in the playoffs until we reach the World Series. So, and the Phillies, we've beaten good teams. We've went 5-1 against the Dodgers, the Padres. We've seen the Dodgers, the Padres. We both went a combined 10-2. The Diamondbacks were already 3-1 against them. Who else? The Rockies, we went 4-2 against, but they're under 500, way under 500. I'm just talking about the NL West, and then you got trying to think who did I forget from? Did I forget somebody from the National League? National League West.
National League West. I'd have to look. I'm not 100% sure. NL West. Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, Giants, Rockies.
Giants. That's right.
Yeah.
We went 4-2 against them. So if we win 2 more games against Arizona, we would have a winning record against every single NL West team, which is pretty good. At least win 4 or more against every single NL West team. So, and the Giants are iffy though, and the Rockies are terrible, but everybody else is above 500 in the NL West. So, I wouldn't mind facing the Padres or D-backs in the postseason, even though we lost to the D-backs in the NLCS. So,
right,
yeah. But anyway,
right,
6-4 win tonight.
Yeah, 6-4 win. Phillies are on a 3-game winning streak. They're playing the Diamondbacks, so it is a 4-game series. Looking at next couple games coming up, let me look. Tomorrow is 9:40. Or I guess today technically because it's 1 in the morning. So they have a 9:40 game later. Tomorrow's 8:10. Sunday is 4:10, and then after that, it goes kind of back to normal. They start playing at 6:40. We'll see what happens. This weekend, though, I probably won't be on the show. You'll see James and Dalt. I'm going to the beach for the weekend, so I'm going to spend time with family. So, yeah, but great win tonight. Great couple, games. Definitely what you want to see bouncing back from the terrible series that we've played lately. And yeah, I mean that's all I have. So
yep. I guess me and tomorrow night will probably just be me and you. And I think there was one I saw in the comments one other person might want to join.
Yeah,
us.
I think Dalt's gonna take care of it, but we'll figure all that out tomorrow. Phillies win. Go ahead.
What was I going to say? Yeah, we got. But yeah, like you said, the Phillies won. But anyway, yeah. Tomorrow we got the Phillies 9:40, and then Dalton will be at the Eagles game. So we got it pretty much got a like a mega cast of things going on in Philadelphia sports besides the Phillies in 302 Bird. So
Yep.
anyway,
You want to do the honors? You want to do the honors? You want to roll the outro?
Go Birds tomorrow. Go Birds later today, and go Phillies. And we'll see you probably around this time tomorrow night, like around probably before 1:00 in the morning if the game's quick, or maybe sooner than that. So yeah.
With that, roll the outro. Good night, everybody.
The Vikings!
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It is gone! It is